Now, type of data. So data type play a key role in GIS analysis. With the partnership of two data types, GIS act as an effective tool for various type of analysis. So these two important type of GIS data are, first one is a spatial data, which tells about the location of a feature, and it can be further divided as vector data, and vector data contain point, line, and polygon part, as I told you earlier. So let me give you example of each of these point, line, and polygon. You can see on the starting from the left hand side, you can see an image where you can see some red dots are there. So what are these red dots? These red dots are representing houses and cities. So such type of point data we can use in GIS to convey information about houses, places, cities, and various locations. Now, in the second image, you can see few red lines. So what these red lines are conveying? These red lines are conveying information about the road. So in GIS, such type of line feature used to convey information about road and road rail arrangement of a particular area. Then in the third image, you can see third image that is from right hand side. You can see few red blocks are there. So actually, what these red blocks are conveying? So these red blocks are conveying the rooftop. So mostly in GIS analysis, these polygon are used to convey information about some area or about land parcel, etc. So let me give you a practical example of these three feature types, which we use in our day-to-day activities. Example, everybody use Google Map these days. So for routing or for finding certain places or to find distance between two places, and one option is there in Google Map. You can see find out uh, restaurant or find out restaurants or or any hotels near to me.
Okay.
So I was giving you example of point, line, and polygon data in GIS. So what happened, as I was telling you that these I was telling you we use Google Map, and with the help of in Google Map itself we use these type of data. So when we used to find out distance between two places, so these two places, or we used to find hospitals near me, find out restaurant near me. So those hospital, restaurant act as point data for us. And when we are traveling to some place and we used to put our routing option on, and we want to find out distance and we want to know the direction, so the direction along the road, so that particular road act as line feature. And when we and one more feature is there in Google Map. You can see tell us about the latest in the particular area, so that particular feature act as polygon based feature. Now another category of data is spatial data is raster data, which include satellite data, aerial photograph, digital elevation model, which we use to calculate height and aspect between the feature. Then non-spatial data, this gives us information about feature not that is not related to location. And what information it used to convey, it can give information about anything, either it is related to area, length, name, etc., in the form of table. Now coming to the questions which GIS can answer. So GIS can answer most of the questions start with W, right? Like what, when, what if, how many, etc. So I'll give you one by one example of all these things. We'll start with location based queries. So GIS can tell us, like, if we want to find out where is my house. So this is a location based query. So we can answer this question with the help of GIS, and it can be answered using Google Maps or Google Earth, this platform. Now another query can be condition based. So it can be answered like what would be the new location for a particular facility. Like if you want to find out, if we suppose planners are working on, they have to build new school, ATM, or something, bank, etc. So the help of GIS and using many layers, they can find out the exact location. So that can be answered using condition based query. Then another one is trend based query. So trend based query, so it can be in the form of, suppose we want to know the change or transition of a particular area over a time period. So these can be solved with the help of geospatial technology, or we can say GIS technology. Another side. Then comes the route based queries. So with the help of this, such type of answers can be questioned like, what will be the best route to reach a particular destination, and what will be the shortest route if you want to go to a particular destination, and if you want to find out the distance between two locations. So such type of queries can be answered by geospatial technology. Then pattern based query. With the help of this pattern based, the queries can be answered like, what will be the special pattern of a particular area. Suppose we can say places there where in 1990 the settlement area was this much, and we want to find out what will be what will be the settlement area in 2020. So with the help of pattern based analysis, we can find out such type of pattern, and we can find out the answer. Then coming to the modeling based approach. So with the help of modeling approach, we can generate various models to solve many problems related to environment, day-to-day activities. Example, if we have certain type of layer, GIS layer with us, and we have to find out some suitable site for solid waste management. So using this modeling approach of geospatial technology, we can find the solution. Now, next slide. Now, I'll showcase you a case study where we'll see a location-based query, and you can see in this particular slide, image is there in black color. Actually, it is a map. Okay, so in this particular map, you can see some a network is there in gray color. So this network is representing a road network, and few lines in yellow color. This representing the railway line passing through this particular area. Actually, this is a area I have taken from part of Delhi city. So this is Delhi city area, and you can see few points are there with red color labels. So these points are representing the places, different location in the part of Delhi city. And then you can see the location of banks and ATM in the right hand side image. You can see a zoom version of this of a particular area. So you can see the green color, it is representing ATM, and in white color it is representing the bank facility. So this is a specialty of GIS. You can overlay many things, many features and many facilities together in a single image, and you can get the map of a particular area. So it's like here you can see in a single image, or we can say in a single figure, you are able to see all the things which are located in a particular location, in a particular area. Like you can see the road network going through the particular place, railway, also bank and ATM facility. Now our query is, we want to find out that how many bank and ATMs are there in a particular location. Here I have taken the Daryaganj area of Delhi. So now I want to find out that in 500 meter of distance, how many ATM and bank will be there. So using this GIS technology, we can find out. We can see the solution on the right hand side. You can see a table. This table is representing 7 banks are there, 7 banks and 2 ATMs are there. So with the help of this GIS, we are able to find out that in Daryaganj area, 7 banks are there and 2 ATMs are there. And in the table also, you can see the name of the bank and the ATM also, wherever is possible. Now, this is just a small example. Another many type of query we can solve with the help of such type of study. Like we can find out which will be the nearest bank or ATM from Daryaganj, or person standing at Daryaganj, and they can find out which will the far most bank or ATM. Then they can find out which route they can follow, or the route they are following, it is the road is metalled or unmetalled, where they have to go to reach the destination. So such type of study we can do with the help of GIS. Next slide. So then what is the state of art of geospatial technology? As I said initially also that in the era of apps, this technology has become part of our daily life, which is reached up to regional and global level. So one by one, we can see the application and development of geospatial technology. Example, if we'll speak about health sector, as we all know, these days COVID pandemic is going on everywhere, and either through blogs or through newspaper, we used to see some figure where they are representing India and India map, and there you will find out some blogs representing the areas where number of COVID patients are high, what all are the areas where uh, pandemic is more severe, and what all are the areas which are secure from this pandemic. So all these things these days they are doing with the help of geospatial technology only. Another thing what we can do in the health sector with the help of geospatial technology, suppose we want to find out the what about the information about the health center like hospitals, what all are the facilities available in this particular hospital, and how many hospitals are there in a particular area. So such type of study we can do with the help of GIS. Another thing is weather forecasting. So weather forecasting like another thing is uh, weather for weather forecasting. So what happen we like on news uh, and on a newspaper, we used to hear about the today weather and climate will be like this and this and this on. So such type of study we can do with the help of geospatial technology. Then coming to daily activities. So as I told you earlier, with the help of geospatial, we can use GS geospatial technology for the study of urbanization and for routing also, like for road network and transport planning. As I told you, in Google Map also we are using such type of study, and for the study of city expansion and urban planning. Next slide. Then we can use geospatial technology for management of natural resources, like we can find out what will be the or what are the forest cover of a particular area, biodiversity, deforestation. We can use this for wildlife habitat analysis also, water sources, hydrology, geology, land cover mapping. And can use this technology for in agriculture sector also, for crop insurance, crop health monitoring, crop yield estimation, and pest control management also. Next slide. One of the most important thing of geospatial technology, it can be which we are using in most of our daily life also, it can be used for facility management, like school, bank, ATM. Suppose if anybody want to plan where should be new bank or school should be there. Then for water resources and sanitation, even in dairy industry also people are using geospatial technology, and it is very useful for asset management and maintenance. Now coming to career path and job opportunities. So here I'll start with bottom. So suppose if a person is holding graduate degree and a graduate degree like BTech, and they are having less than 0 year of experience. So in that case, they can opt for GS technician, GS analysis, field assistant, scientist. It depend on the uh, subject they are opting during their bachelor's degree. Then if they are opting for postgraduate degree, so the person is having postgraduate degree or any PG diploma or certificate course, and they are having less than 5 years of experience. So they can opt for GIS engineer, junior GIS analyst, or technical engineer. And if they are having more than 5 years of experience, in that case they can be like senior GIS analyst, scientist, GIS coordinator, or even they can grab some opportunity for doctorate program at offshore universities also. Then if uh, if you are having doctorate degree and having 0 to 5 years of even 0 to 5 years of experience or more than that, then you can opt as assistant professor, associate professor, scientist at D level, and you can join ISRO, NASA, and various space agencies. So I'll stop myself with the words of Nicholas, who said that computing is not about computers anymore, it is about living.